Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. It's your boys, Jim, Jason. We're the Sad Boys from the Midwest. What up?
Midwest. This is episode 8? 8.
That
Whoa.
midweek Sad Boy refresh update. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? The update, the midweek update.
Midweek sad boy update.
Yeah.
For all you sad boys who are unsure of what's happening.
In the middle of the week.
This is what's up. Well, if you've checked out the recent episode that dropped
today,
last Wednesday. Wednesday.
That's right. Well, today we're recording.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to listen to this and watch it next week.
In
the future. Last Wednesday, there was a whole bunch of things that happened, a bunch of videos, TikTok clips, everything on all the social pages. Please check them out. Do all the things.
Yeah, Jason put in a lot of hard work for those, and let's be real, I didn't do shit.
You should.
So, like the things, comment on the things, subscribe to the things, share the things, so that maybe one day we can get paid for this.
Like any amount of money. If someone's like, hey, here's $5. Great job on the podcast. Thank you.
Feel free to Apple Pay, Apple Cash, PayPal, Cash App.
We'll have to set up a Midwest Sad Boys Cash App, and people can send us money if they actually enjoy what we're doing.
Or we could take donations for topics.
Ooh. You make a donation. We'll talk about your topic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. It's got to be like somewhat appropriate.
Yeah, TOS friendly.
Yeah, it can't be something that's going to get our page banned or anything like that.
I mean, if we haven't got banned yet, I've said some stuff.
There have been some things.
And since we had to nuke the Instagram, I feel like we should revisit some of the old topics. In a later episode, we'll do like a throwback episode, and we'll cover.
That's a wonderful idea.
We'll cover some of our topics
back to some
again.
of the old ones.
Add on to them, man. Dude, I was at the Big Blue store the other day, and one of our old coworkers was like, "Hey, man, how's the podcast going?" And I was like, "Funny you should ask. We're about to do a whole rebrand tomorrow."
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, "Man, dude, some of that stuff y'all put on your TikTok the first time, that shit was hilarious." And I just looked at him. I said, "Poseidon's kiss, peace," and I left.
Dude, yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite ones. What was
We're good.
Yeah, there was. What'd you do?
I may or may not have kicked the tripod.
It's been 2 minutes, man.
Whoa.
That's all right.
Give me 4 seconds. It's been 3.
Okay. Well, we got this. So you said you had some topics.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm ready.
Well, like, what kind of vibe are you feeling? Because, like, I've got a wide variety. I've got a rant.
You got a rant?
I've got some crazy things that I was thinking about the other day related to, like, death. We could touch on some different ones.
Let's hear your rant first. Your rants are usually very entertaining, so I feel like we should definitely go that route.
Well, thank you. So,
You're welcome.
okay, obviously, so when you listen to this next week, 4th of July will have been last week, but 4th of July was yesterday, current time. So, right, obviously 4th of July is one of those days where, like, 99% of businesses are closed. Share, like, your grocery stores, your gas stations, your hospitals, right? The important things that kind of, like, keep things moving. Mm-hmm. Most all other businesses are closed, give or take, some special circumstances. Or if you're a money-hungry capitalistic corporation, all retail companies are open. Retail. Yeah, we've all been there. We've worked holiday pay. That's not where I'm going with this. Part of my rant, I have 2 parts. Part 1 is, okay, so 4th of July, when is that?
On the 4th of July.
Correct, right?
Right.
It doesn't change.
That was a trick question. I
know, it was a real doozy. So the 4th of July never changes, right?
Nope.
So if you walk into an establishment that may or may not have had a sign posted at eye level saying, "We won't be open on the 4th of July," why do you feel the need to ask? Not you, I'm just using you in general. Why do you feel the need to ask, "Are you going to be closed on the 4th of July?"
We're closed every year on the 4th of July. Why are you asking?
Dude, it makes me irrationally angry. Like, I should not be getting this upset when... All right, like, I work at a bank. I get all the holidays off, which, is a benefit of the job.
Absolutely.
It's kind of the reason I took banking back up, is because the schedule is baller, right? So, like, the 4th of July, Memorial Day, right? Like, Thanksgiving. It is the same day
it should
every
be a
year.
given that those, like, they're literally called banking holidays.
Yes.
Like, you can just imagine, like, oh, are they going to be open that day? Nah, it's a banking holiday, so probably not. Like,
right.
It's you should know.
Yeah. Now, I understand the ones that change, right? Like, what is it? Christmas falls on the same date, but doesn't fall on the same, like, that's a bad example because that's 4th of July is the same thing. But, like, what's the one I'm thinking of, like Labor Day or whatever the one is where it's like the 3rd Tuesday of whatever, right? Or it might actually change throughout the year.
Or like Martin Luther King Day or like all those days where it's like, are they or are they not open?
Right.
I can't
but like
remember.
the official ones that you know you're going to be closed.
Easter Sunday. Like, not going to be open.
Right. Okay. Right. There you go. Thank you. Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday is a Sunday. It might not be the same date every year, but the 4th of July, right? Christmas. They're the same date, no matter what. So, like, what is it about, like, the general population where they just go dumb for a second and they're like, are you going to be open? No!
Asking a question they should probably know the answer
God, dude. It's just like I know I did a very piss poor job of explaining that.
No, I 100% understand. Like when I worked at like Sweetwater, it was like the same thing. It's like, you guys open this day? Man, we're retail. Like, we're going to be open this day.
Yeah, we're closed 2 days a year.
We're literally closed. Like, you should understand. You're thinking retail? Okay, so you're going to be closed Thanksgiving.
Yep. Christmas,
New Year's Day,
maybe New Year's, yeah,
and that's really it. Like everything else, like
those are kind of bonuses in retail.
Yeah, and then
the others are bonuses.
Right, right. So like any other holiday, we're probably going to be there. But if you're thinking like Pacifically a bank,
not Atlantically,
Pacifically a bank. Literally, that's the thing. Like, banking holidays, banking hours. So you're thinking, cool, like 9 to 5, no major holidays.
Yep.
Like, if it's a holiday, you're probably not going to be open.
Now, like, the most recent example where, like, I could understand people being like, are you open that day? Because, like, it's a new one, right? Juneteenth.
Right.
It's a relatively new federally recognized holiday.
Right.
I understand that it has been a holiday for a very long time in most cultures or some cultures.
Right.
It is now federally recognized, and to have that day off, it did catch a lot of people off guard. It's like, I'm going to give them a pass. They're like, oh, you're off on Juneteenth? Are you guys going to be closed on Juneteenth? That one's a pass. I remember it's new.
When we worked at Yelp, like, they're like, yeah, Juneteenth, you have it off. I'm like, oh, good for you guys. Like, that's awesome.
Sick.
Like,
I'll
great.
take a day.
They were also a very progressive company as far as like that kind of stuff goes. I know
inclusion, cultural inclusion. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like where I work right now, someone's like, are we off on Juneteenth? And they're like, no.
Oof.
It's like,
which is crazy though, considering 1, it's a union, and 2, it's a federal holiday now.
You would imagine
probably the contract. But the next time it's up, that'll get like,
yeah. I wonder if that's in the next contract.
It'll get like amended in that like it's a new holiday.
That's a good point.
Right. You know, unions sign contracts, and those contracts stick until they run out
next year or
however long time.
Yeah.
Pro union. Everybody should join a union.
I mean, I think it has its ups and downs. I mean,
yeah, everything does.
Yeah.
But if you can stand up to big corporation, I think you should.
I think there's more positives than negatives.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Second half of my rant. Okay, right? So like also, maybe this is a generational thing because we're of the younger generation, right? Like, it kind of bothers me when other people want to get super involved in your personal life. And it's like, my business, none of your business. Hey, what did you do on the 4th? Oh, nothing really. I just kind of like stayed at home. Well, like, what'd you do at home? None of your fucking business. Like, shut up.
I was at home.
Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't go out for 4th of July, or you guys didn't go out for an insert holiday? No, it's free $99 to stay home. My electric's paid, my water's paid, my internet's paid. Those are true, and I can get food whenever I need to. There's like the 4 things I need to like stay at home and not spend money. Like, why? And then when people get like sort of like upset when you're like, I didn't really do anything. I don't have friends. I don't go out. What do you mean you don't have friends? What do you mean you didn't do anything? Would you just stay in your house all day? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
And I like it there. It's quiet. You know where people aren't? In my house. I don't like people.
I get it. I mean, you know me, like you've known me for how long? I'm not the kind of guy to like go to parties and like do all that stuff. Like I'm in the same boat. Like if I can stay home, like kind of about that.
Don't get me wrong. I like going out every now and then.
Right,
You got to have some outside time for like human interaction.
Right. Of course. That was definitely like a big thing when we were working from home. Like I needed some human interaction. Like my only interaction was like I went out on my lunch to Dollar General to get chips and a Mountain Dew. That's my interaction for the day.
And I said hi to the cashier, or she said hi to me, and I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
How do you talk to people?
How do people?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I definitely get where you're coming from. I mean, like, you know, we hang out like with like our wives and everything like that. We get together and do stuff, but like
beyond the podcast.
Right, beyond the podcast, of course. Which sounds like the name of another podcast.
Beyond the podcast.
Yeah. But,
that's going to be our second podcast.
Yeah, it's podcast number 2 where we just talk about the first one. All the stuff that got cut.
Yeah, but like the after hour stuff where you like swear way more.
And we don't have shirts on.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's on the
that's on the OnlyFans.
That's on the OnlyFans. But I definitely get where you're coming from. Like if I could sit at home, DoorDash some lemon pepper wet wings.
I don't even need that, man. I'll make it myself. But yeah.
No, I mean I'm lazy. Like especially now, like having the couch up here and the lights and everything. I come up here, lights off, turn these guys on, just start watching TV. Like
it's a vibe.
It's great. I would much rather do that than go out and like have to spend money on something.
Dude, you just saw how I redid my game room, right? Like we got the TV, we got the lights on a Wemo. I can tell Excella to turn them on. It's a good time.
It's a real good time. I get it. I 100% get it. So, like, why does it matter to other people, like, what you did?
Yeah.
Why, I had a nice, quiet day at home. Oh, dude, good for you. You deserve that.
Yeah.
That should be the response. It's not,
nope.
What do you mean you didn't do anything? You didn't do anything at all?
Yeah. How dare you enjoy your time the way you wanted to?
You didn't do anything exciting to tell me? How dare you? Yeah, I get it. Definitely get it. I get it.
And then I had another one. I keep you do. So it'll come back to me.
I'm gonna go on to that because I feel like kind of going off the ranting mood. Can we talk?
Let's get angry.
Can we talk about pet peeves?
Sure.
Because I have
pet peeves.
Pet peeves.
Yeah, you have pet peeves.
Yeah, I got a few.
What's your peeves of your pets?
And I wrote them down just because I didn't want to forget them because I know that they bother me, but I wanted to make sure I covered them thoroughly.
And they bother you very greatly when you read them.
I want to just cover them thoroughly. So the biggest one, and I think anybody who's known me for any amount of time will know this: mouth noises, people chewing with their mouth open. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, nothing makes me just want to set everything on fire more than mouth noises. Like, let's picture this, okay?
I've got one for you. Go ahead.
Good. I'm ready. So, like, picture this, okay? The concept of chewing with your mouth closed, right?
Wild.
Right. So, look, all you're doing is you're closing your mouth after taking a bite of something. You're keeping it closed while you chew, you swallow, and repeat. That's what? 3 steps.
Directions unclear.
Yeah, that's 3 steps. 3 easy steps.
But wait, there's more.
These are the same people. But wait, there's more. These are the same people that get in a car, drive. Mm-hmm. They maybe listen to music. They're singing. They're texting while they're driving. Okay, maybe they're like doing their makeup or something.
Drinking coffee. Driving with their knee.
Driving with their knee. Total bro move skill. Okay, or maybe they're like eating breakfast, driving with their knee, texting with one hand, and like downing a monster like with the you know what I'm saying, like there's so many
little hamster thingy.
Yeah, exactly. So there are so many people who go out there and they multitask significantly because they're doing that driving and they're not like murdering other people with their vehicle because they're being able to focus on all of these tasks in one go once. But they can't keep their mouth closed when they chew. Why? I don't understand. It's just like, but okay, you learn that when you get older, like you stop shitting in your pants and you shit in the toilet.
Yep.
Now, you know how you eat, right? You put food in your mouth. Now you just keep your mouth shut while you do it. Mm-hmm. It seems like the simplest thing.
I agree. And I'm going to, this isn't, I'm not trying to out pet peeve you, but this is I'm going to put a little asterisk beside your pet peeve. Mine is mouth noises as well. But what drives me insane is, right, so I work at a bank. We give out Dum-Dums. We have them in a little jar, so the kids come in. They love them. They get free candy every time they come to the bank, right? Adults love them too because, hey, who doesn't love a good saliva flavor crunchy ball, right? So, like, when people, like, put a sucker in their mouth, do you, like, put it off to the side of your cheek and sort of, like, you know, gum it or, like, suck on it and, like, you just enjoy the flavor? Or are you a weirdo and do you crunch it? Like, because you're not supposed to do that, but, like, do you do that?
Honestly, depends on the mood that I'm in. Okay. Usually, just stick it to the side.
Yeah, enjoy it. Savor
But if it's like, hey, I took 3 of these, I'm going to eat one.
Right.
That's what Reed does.
Yeah.
He grabs like a handful of suckers at the haircut place and he just like leaves. And I'm like, okay, we got 3. Good. So like usually tuck it to the side, keep it there. Grape flavor the mouth. You know?
Yeah. Right. All it's doing is really just flavoring your own saliva.
Right. I agree.
When people move the sucker in their mouth and you can hear it clanking on their teeth, dude, and you know it makes that like
so bad.
There's an undescribable sound when like the hard sugar like
against
your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. But it's not like just like a one and done where it's like a and then it's like people like
oh yeah. They're just moving it around.
Dude, and it sounds like they're carrying a bag of rocks.
They're just playing mouth hockey with a sucker at this point, and it's bad.
Oh, dude. And like, so like I'll be sitting there and I'll be like writing down like someone's account number. I'll be filling out their deposit ticket. Or like I'm trying to have a conversation with like, hey, how oh, it makes me want to stab them in the eyeballs with pens. Like... Yeah, dude. The amount of side eyes I give throughout the day, would get me fired. It would get me fired if anyone caught me. Honestly, it's insane. But yeah, right? Like I'm like, hey man, how's your day going? Oh, sure, you need to make a deposit? Yeah, absolutely. Great. Here, let me look up your account number. Right? They go get their sucker and they pop it in. They're like, oh yeah, had a good weekend. Shot off some fireworks. Cling, 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 cling. Sir, leave now. Just walk away. I'll make your deposit. I'll email you the receipt. Get out of my face. Like, you're driving me up a wall.
Get out. Your membership revoked. Account closed. Get out.
But I have like $100,000.
Doesn't matter. Care. That's gone. Get out.
30-cent sucker ruined it. Leave.
Play dumb games, win dumb prizes. Chew with your mouth open, put a sucker and smack it around your teeth. Your money's gone.
Oh, man.
Out.
I needed to get that one off. I've been holding on to that one for a while. Thank you for bringing that up. What other pet peeves do you have?
So the next one also involves people not being able to keep their mouth closed.
Oh, boy.
Is when people talk during a movie or a TV show.
I'm kind of guilty of that.
So, like, okay, there's a point where it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you're in the middle of a show and someone's like confused on something, it's okay to be like, wait, so what are they doing?
Like once.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe
like, okay,
twice.
Got it. I'm going to answer the question. But if it's like, okay, we're 4 minutes into the show, the main characters haven't even been established yet. And it's like, wait, what's happening? I don't know.
Doug, we just watched the same 4 minutes.
This show is just starting. They haven't told us what's happening yet. Not at all. So watch it and we're going to find out.
Are you trying to throw some shade on someone I might know now?
Literally anybody.
Anybody? Okay.
It's just happened throughout my entire life where I've had people do that.
Mm-hmm. I made that mistake one time. I went to a movie that I really kind of didn't know what it was about. Maybe it was like a sequel to something and I didn't see the first one. And I greatly apologize to the person I was sitting next to because they are a good friend of mine. And I asked a bunch of questions and this person has not sat next to me in the movies since. I can understand it. I recognize that I'm sometimes guilty of that and that's okay. Once or twice I feel is an acceptable amount of questions.
When enough time has been established. If there's like a moment in a show where something happens and you're like, oh, and someone's like, wait, what? Why is that such a big deal?
Yeah, why is that relevant? Right.
Perfect. Yep. I am fine answering that question.
10 seconds in, what's happening?
Yeah, but if like the title sequence is still happening and you're like, wait, what's going on? The title's running. They're telling you who's in the show.
Sir, that's the previews.
Yes, exactly. It's like, dude, just hold your questions until enough information has been provided to where everybody can come up with a conclusion. Okay.
Yep. That's valid. That's a valid pet peeve.
That's one of the other ones. And then the last one is somewhat along the same vein. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm a musician, right? I write music, or like if I do like a video or something and I'm like showing somebody the song, or I'm showing somebody a video.
I'm so guilty of what you're about to say. Go ahead. I'm so guilty of it.
Like people who interrupt during that, talk during that, or like, oh yeah, that sounds really good.
Ooh, I don't do that.
Or like, oh yeah, it looks so good.
Did you even look?
Like, especially when it's like, there's this cool part coming up. I just want you to see this really cool part. And then like, you're like, oh yeah, that's so sick. It's like, why do I show you anything? Like, and this is to nobody specific. Again, this is, nobody Pacific. This has happened many, many times over many, many years. And it still drives me absolutely banana sandwich.
Ooh, I just thought of a pet peeve and what I was trying to think about earlier. So what you're saying, yes, I am guilty of talking during songs. I've shown you songs. I'm like, ooh, here comes a good part. And then it happens and I'm like, oh yeah. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Just let me
listen to it. I've gotten a lot better at it. I recognize that I'm not that great of a person. I've gotten a lot better at it.
You're a great person.
Thanks, baby. That. Hey, we can't do this on record.
I can't even play a footsie with you.
We're so
the stands are in the way now.
I could probably. For those who don't know, Jason and I are not
in a relationship.
Yeah, no. It might sound like it sometimes, and our wives definitely question it every now and then. Remember the time we got our toenails painted together on Valentine's Day?
Yeah. What did somebody call it? Prison black or something like that? Because it was just like thick black nail polish and one pink sparkle nail.
It was great.
Yeah. I mean, one in Rome, right?
Yeah, I mean, if our wives are getting pedicures on Valentine's Day, we're not going to not get pedicures on Valentine's Day.
Our wives were getting pedicures, so we're like, why not? Let's get them too.
I like a good foot rub.
Yeah, and the jokes you made about my feet costing extra because
his toes are so big.
Like, put my foot in the tub, and she's just like,
it overflows.
You pay double.
You pay extra.
You pay extra for this.
Here's my last gripe pet peeve. When, hey man, how you doing today?
So good.
Right? You don't have to give me a valid answer. You could literally say, I'm having the worst day of my life, and I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, right? Just a normal conversation. When you say, hey man, how you doing today? Or hey, how are you? Cool, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Dog, I cannot stand when people... You don't have to dive into your life story. You don't have to be my best friend. You don't have to tell me every moment of your day.
Just say something.
Just respond.
Yeah.
Just respond. Hi. Honestly, if you said hi, I'd be like, okay, cool. But to be like, hey man, how's it going? And you're just dead silent. Or what drives me to the even next level of angry, right, at work, right? So I work at a bank, right? Hey man, how you doing today? Deposit. Go fuck yourself.
Oh no.
Or when we were at the blue store. Hey, how's it going today? I'm just here to check out. Cool, I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah.
Here's your total. Have a nice day, asshole.
No. I asked you how you were doing today.
Yeah. Dude, you don't
Yeah. That's so many times. Along the same line, hey man, can I help you find anything? And you look at me and you're like, and you just walk away. Dog, I'm trying to help you.
I'm about to get fired.
I walked over to you to make sure you were doing fine, that all your questions were answered. You were finding everything okay, right? I don't have to. I don't care about you, but I'm paid to ask you this question, and you're just going to side eye and walk away. It's
basically tell me to fuck off,
dude, without saying anything.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is be oh no man, I'm good. Oh sweet, thank you.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need anything.
Simple.
So easy. But in your thing, how you doing today? Oh man, I'm good. How are you? Perfect.
I'm great. Hey, what can I do for you today? Cool. Here's my deposit.
Yeah,
sick. Awesome. Let's get it done and get you on your way.
The art of conversation is not hard. Like or like people like
what's our rule? Just don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick. That simple.
Like whenever you say like, "Hey man, have a great day." Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, you too.
But yeah, but like what bothers me is when I'm like, "Hey man, hope you have a great day." And you're like, "Thanks." Not, "You don't wish me to have a great day?" I want to have a great day.
Dude, I have said this online a couple times, like in video game chat, but like I've never said it to a person in real life, but oh my God, do I want to so badly. Like if someone ever like truly gets on my nerves, I just want to be like, I want you to have the day you deserve.
You absolutely say it. I've done it. It's empowering.
Oh man, that probably just feels good in the core.
It's such a power move because then it's totally up to them.
Yeah, right? Like, what are they going to do with that information? Have the day you deserve.
They're just like,
oh, fuck.
I'm a good guy, right? Yeah, I lit that car out at the light.
And they start replaying every decision they've made that day.
I feel like I deserve to have a good day. And like, we're like, no. I didn't hold the door for that lady with the walker. And then I didn't let the guy out. And then I pushed a kid over and took his
and I didn't flush the toilet when I walked away.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess
I'm going to have a real shit
day.
Bad day. I'm going to have a shit one.
And then they proceed to do some completely ignorant shit.
Dude, yeah, it's well, because I mean they're already going to have a bad day. Yeah. It's already been because
that's the day they deserve.
Stone. That's the day they deserve. It's such a power move. You have to do it. I've literally done it, and it's so nice.
I feel like you can get away with it because of your size. Like you can say like have the day you deserve. No one's gonna do anything to you. I say some shit like that and be like, have the day you deserve. I'm getting rocked because I'm tiny. Like I'm getting a fist to the eyeball.
I mean, I think I was more intimidating with a longer beard too. You know, I trimmed it down for the podcast.
Did you?
I did. It took off half the length.
What is half?
Well, I mean, it was down to here before.
2-3 inches? Is that like a lot?
I took off.
Is that average?
I took off like an inch and a half of beard.
Ladies, is that a lot?
I love when people were like, "Is 2 a lot?" It's like 2 what? Popsicles or murders?
Yeah, right. 2 popsicles?
That's an okay amount. Yeah. Is it like for one sitting? But 2 murders is a lot, no matter how you look at it.
Sometimes popsicles come in one package. Oh yeah, so 2 is like the regular amount.
Break it apart. Yeah, it's like a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah,
but like a double homicide, that's too much.
No, that's too many.
2 is too many.
Yeah, like the average amount of homicides you should commit is 0.
That's the correct number.
Yeah,
you probably shouldn't. You should not do.
Yeah, don't do that. We don't endorse that on this podcast.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Definitely not a good one.
However, if someone tells you to have the day you deserve, you probably did some shit.
Yeah,
to deserve.
You probably deserve that comment. Yeah, but you know what? So you know what we should do. We've been talking. There's been a lot of angst in here, right? There's been a lot of angst.
So your timer switched.
You know, it's all right. We'll figure it out.
Oh, we got a timer right here. Go ahead.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah,
we're Gucci. So we've been talking about a lot of angsty things or like aggressive things. Let's change it. Oh, actually, this honestly
get us riled up even more.
Okay, so I have one, and I'm just curious because I think we've eaten this together before many times, but what is your ideal pizza topping? And follow-up question. Pineapple on pizza. I have to ask it.
Okay, so, I mean, I don't like pineapple to begin with. Oh. So, I'm not going to be like, it doesn't belong on pizza, but like, I just don't put it on my pizza because I don't like it.
But if somebody was like, hey, I love pineapple pizza, you're going to be like,
I do think it's odd, and I can't talk too much shit because like, Megan likes it, and I do give her some crap about it, but like, hey, you know what? I recognize that pineapple juice is sweet, and I guess it kind of complements the saltiness of the ham if you're having like a Hawaiian.
It gives you a very different flavor of pizza.
Yeah, sure. I can't imagine that like ham and pineapple go well with red sauce. So like I do think it's strange, but I'm not going to be like you're weird for liking it.
So like I'm in the boat where like I've never ordered it for myself.
But you've had it.
Someone's like, "Hey, I'm going to order, a Hawaiian pizza." It's like Okay.
It's not my first choice, but
yeah, like that's not my first choice, but like I'm gonna eat that over someone like I ordered a Supreme. I don't want.
Oh yeah,
I don't
the
want
more veggies, the worse.
Yeah, the more the bad.
Yeah,
yeah. So like, if someone's like, "Hey, do you want a Supreme pizza with all these vegetables on it, or do you want a pizza with ham and pineapple?" I'm gonna go ham and pineapple.
Yeah, I'll probably eat around the pineapple.
Yeah, but like, it's not awful. One thing I don't like, because I worked at Pizza Hut. Remember?
I did not know that.
You remember that? I think I told you about that.
That was before I met you.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah,
when
yeah.
you worked at Toys R Us.
Yeah, so...
or met you.
What, 2006?
Oh,
2007?
This was before I met you.
Yeah. I worked at Pizza Hut for a year. Anytime somebody ordered a pizza with anchovies...
Ooh.
Bro, like, why do you have to order... Like, the process of making an anchovy pizza, for anybody who is not aware of this...
please enlighten me.
Yeah, so, like, you have a little can of anchovies you have to open... The juice gets everywhere.
Ew.
It's disgusting. It smells terrible. I don't know how anyone eats it. And when I worked there, when someone ordered it, we made sure that all of that disgusting juice, all the things, all the contents of that can made it onto that pizza.
That makes me just want to gag just from hearing you say that.
Awful. My stomach is starting to flip just thinking of it. It was disgusting. But... we would do it. And it just, like, it was never good. It never smelled good. It never looked good. I don't understand why you want little dead fish on a pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's so many other options that are awful.
Better.
Yeah. Just literally anything.
A plain cheese pizza is better than an anchovy pizza.
Pepperoni pizza. The classic. The true American classic, pepperoni pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Or, my personal favorite, bacon pizza. It's a pizza.
I do, bacon. Man. I do. You kind of got me turned on to the bacon thing. Like anytime Megan's like, "Hey, what do you want?" I'm like, "Ooh, cheese and bacon."
Cheese and bacon, pepperoni and bacon.
Pepperoni and bacon's a bit much because, like,
oh my god,
I think I'm also starting to get what Megan had, and like pepperoni so does me in. Like hard meats do me in. Like I don't feel good after I eat hard meats anymore. Is it hard meats? Is it cold cuts?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like log meat, like pepperoni, salami. Those, those don't sit well in my tum tum. So I started kind of avoiding them. So bacon has been a good replacement for that. Yeah. But I'm gonna stick with my tried and true. You can't go wrong with a good chicken bacon ranch.
See,
with a little bit of buffalo.
I'm not a ranch person.
Yeah, I know
anymore. Yeah. No. But
so I like me a good ranch base. I definitely can't do ranch and red sauce. That doesn't mix.
Yeah.
So a good ranch base, cheese, chicken, little bit of barbecue or buffalo swirl or maybe a buffalo drizzle, and you want to toss in some bacon crumbles. Ugh. Holy!
You know which one I've really liked lately?
What's that?
You've had a white pizza, correct?
Yes.
So for anyone who's not aware, that's like the garlic butter sauce, and then like cheese and like
usually
banana
it's like
peppers.
Banana peppers.
Right. Add bacon to that.
Ooh. So Megan usually gets white pizzas, and I ask her to get half without the peppers.
If you do like banana peppers and bacon, that honestly, that's probably my favorite pizza right now because the white pizza is really good. Yep. There's no like super acidic like pizza sauce. You get the banana peppers,
savory.
And when you add the bacon to it,
does it give it that like salty crunch that it's missing?
God, dude,
that does sound pretty good.
So bad right now. But yeah, that's probably been my go-to as far as pizzas. But like, I'm just always curious because like I don't know. There's some like real heated debates online about pineapple belonging or not belonging on pizza.
If you would have asked me, if we had our podcast probably like, I don't know, 5 years ago, and you're like, how do you feel about pineapple on pizza? I'd be like, blasphemous. You're crazy. That's insane.
Heresy.
I think I've grown as a person to recognize that like, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's crazy. Yeah. Lately I've been getting into Detroit style pizza.
Oh.
Because like when they make it, the Detroit style, they put like the oil down and then they it fries the bread on the outside.
That's like the pan pizzas from Pizza Hut.
The corner pieces, dude. Oh my God. Yeah.
The best.
Old Pizza Hut just hit different. New Pizza Hut is not.
You can still get a pan pizza, and it's still like, but the hand tossed, what everyone's going towards. I'm not.
Yeah,
I still get the pan pizza at Domino's. The pan pizza is great.
I do like me.
Worth it.
I do like me an occasional New York style because I like the big slicey boys with lots of cheese, and you could fold it, and it's just pouring the grease just directly into your face hole. I know that you're a super big fan of Chicago style, and I'm not, and that's okay.
I don't discriminate.
Pizza's pizza.
Pizza is pizza, and I'm going to eat it. New York style, deep dish. Detroit's, it's on the lower list for me personally, but like New York style, I mean, folding a pizza is the absolute only way to eat it.
True.
The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. The
they say
extreme one.
Pizza's a lot like sex, right? When it's good, damn is it good. When it's bad, still pizza. It's still pizza.
It's still pizza. I still really want pizza right now.
Would you like an extra large sausage pizza? Still pizza.
Damn it.
You are so giggle smashed by that one.
God.
You know what's funny? I heard a funny joke about fisting. You know how people get those weird like bands tattooed around their arm and it's just like a line? One of the funniest things I've ever read on the internet was like someone had like their hands up in a picture and it was like the tattoo band and they're like, "Hey, that's a pretty cool fisting record you got. Can you go farther?"
No.
And what's really funny is I'm gonna out our friend Mike. Mike has one of those.
But it's a Star Wars one though.
Yeah, right.
He's got a thing on it. It's not the same.
But like if you didn't know that and you just saw the band, like you saw the joke and you're like, that's funny. Sorry, Mike. Your tattoo's great. I'm not making fun of your tattoo. But I have seen it because I didn't know. And I was like...
But everybody else that has line tattoos without Star Wars on it,
that's their record. Yeah, that's how far they can get in there.
That's the record, apparently. Sorry, Mom. But,
sometimes you just got to, get in there and rearrange some stuff. You just pick it out. All right, I've gone too far.
Oh my God! I was talking about bacon pizza and pineapple on pizza, and we're just talking about fisting records.
Hey, just like that train in Ohio, sometimes you just get derailed. What? Too soon? No, it's not too soon. We're from Ohio.
It's not too soon. I mean, they're covering it up anyway, so it's
oof. Yeah,
fine, I guess. I don't know. Probably not too soon, but definitely not great.
Not soon. Not soon enough? Question mark. We should be questioning what happened.
There's a lot of things in life that are that should be questioned that aren't. America.
Speaking of America, so what is this? This will be last week, right? The bad news about the student loans.
Yeah, didn't like that one.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like obviously. It's a bummer because, like, hey, help is help no matter what kind of help it is.
$10,000 is $10,000.
Yeah. And I recognize the argument of you signed up for the loan, you have to pay the loan back. Not arguing against that. I understand and I agree. Were we, as a generation, maybe misled about how it works or maybe misinformed as to how detrimental it's going to be later in life? That's a topic for another day. But
yeah,
and I don't want to go into the semantics about that. Hold on. Let me bring this back in, right? So, right, the decision comes down and it's, hey, the president doesn't have the right to forgive all this money. Totally fine. That's your decision as the Supreme Court to make. That's why you're put in a position of power, to make those very difficult decisions. Am I bummed about your decision? Sure, yeah. But what's frustrating about it is the people or the people on the other side of the fence that are just so adamantly against not even just student debt forgiveness, but just so adamantly against government-aided programs of like, you don't make enough money, hey, the government's going to give you an EBT card. Oh, what's that? You have quite a few children and you have a job, but you don't make enough money. Here's your WIC card. Or however, like, I don't get it. I don't know how it works. So, like, that's my assumption, right?
Yeah.
But the people that are on the other side of on the flip of the coin, the ones that just are so, like, zero government handouts. You don't deserve anything. You shouldn't get anything you don't deserve. You didn't work for it. You didn't earn it. Like, how do you go about your day just being that hateful and, like, just angry towards people that are just struggling?
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, right, we can argue till we're blue in the face about, like, who deserves what? Why do corporations get tax breaks? We're not here to argue about that. I just want to know, like, someone who is against the student loan or all the government-aided programs, and you legitimately just want people to suffer. Who hurt you?
Why?
What? Show me on the doll where the mean man touched you.
Where did the mean guy touch you?
Yeah, and, like, why are you so angry?
Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get that, because, like, I know people who were on some of these government programs, and it's like, for example, if you have 2 or 3 kids, daycare cost is
astronomical,
unbelievable.
I don't even have a kid, and I know what you're talking about because I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah,
fucking insane. And you have one child.
So the daycare that I go to, which I know is not the highest price by far. I know people who pay way more than what I do for one child. If you have 2 children there, like, a lot of places don't give you a break. So, like, you have 2 kids, you're going to pay $1,500 a month for childcare.
That is insane.
That is insane. I get that you're paying for, like, your kid to be safe and to be fed and all that kind of stuff, and, like, you do anything for your kids, but, like, I feel like some businesses are taking advantage of you.
100%.
So in that case where you're like, okay, I don't make that much, it's cheaper for me to stay
quit my
home,
job, go on government benefits, and take care of my own kids.
Take care of my kids, because, like, there are some people where it's like, okay, if I work this job, I don't qualify for any benefits. I'm paying $1,500 for childcare, and then I have $100 to spend for 2 weeks. But if I just quit my job, stay home with my kids, I can sign up for this program, and then I have enough money to where I can feed my kids and pay my bills. Like, how can you not want someone to have the things that they need?
Yeah, dude.
It's like, the thing is, like, these people, a lot of times, granted, like anything, some people will abuse it.
Yep.
Most of the time, these people are just doing this for such and such time. So, like, your kids are in daycare, for example. At a certain point, they're going to go to school. Right?
Yep.
So, you're not going to pay for daycare anymore. So then you go off the program and you get a job. You're not going to be riding this thing out for their entire lives. Like, again, some people, they might try to, but like, you got to let people do what's right for them and for their family so they can give their kid the best life that they can have. Like, there's just, how you cannot want someone to take advantage of a program that's there for them so they can have a better life is beyond me.
And the argument of, like, I earned it, so you should earn it too. Okay, you're right. Sure. I'm gonna, like, give me the opportunity to put myself forward, or, give me the opportunity to earn the thing that you earned. And we'll, I'll happily be a part of the system. But if you just straight up say, any program that you're a part of that's funded by the government, you don't deserve money, food, shelter, right? Like, any of the basic necessities, to just be like, you don't deserve any of it. Like, how disconnected can you be from just, like, human decency?
I mean, like, are a lot of those people the same ones who are, like, super greedy about, like, the big businesses? Like, certain people who are like, everything's about profit, nothing's about people. Like, what can we cut so we can have more profit? And it's a program that helps other, you know what I mean? So they're like, we don't deserve this. We're just we want more money. Like, why should my tax dollars go to you getting this benefit?
Yeah. And on the same scope, right? So the big talk was about the student loans was during quarantine, right? Everybody was home.
Oh, yeah.
All the payments got suspended. It's like the government was handing out free money. And it's like, I mean, yeah, they were giving out money, but people weren't working. So it's kind of just like paying them a paycheck. But like the businesses that took out all of those crazy PPP loans, and then what did they report the following year? Record
massive profits.
Right? Okay, fine. Great. Congratulations. You've made a bunch of money. So when you borrowed it from the government and then you reported billions, millions in profits, are you going to pay that back?
Absolutely not.
Okay, right. So like if I sign up for my loan and I have to pay it back and the government says, "Hey, we're going to give you a $10,000 break on whatever you owe." With my Second Amendment God-given rights as an American, you don't deserve any of that money. But Mr. Businessman says, "Hey, during this quarantine, I had to send all my employees home and I didn't make a lot of money. Let me get this money so I can keep paying them." Okay, cool. Here's the PPP. Here, pay them while they're gone. Okay, and then they come back to work, or they never stopped working at all, like you and I did during it, right? They never stop working, and then it all comes and goes.
Yep.
You gonna pay that back? Because I gotta pay mine back. So when are you gonna pay yours back?
I know there was a lot of companies in Fort Wayne when that was happening, and they announced like those loans. A lot of these like smaller businesses, like family-owned businesses that are like staples in Fort Wayne, couldn't get the loans.
Yeah, because they don't have enough employees, or they're large enough, right?
Right. Then you have businesses like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Yep.
And they got like, I can't remember the number. I'm not even going to try and quote it. They got a massive amount of money. I think they had to give it back, but still, like, what you should give it to the people who need it first. Why do these big businesses who have money
and get all the tax breaks, right? Like all that jazz. Do you remember? So like the president says, "Hey, I'm going to give 10,000 to everybody, 20,000 if it's Grant or Pell, whatever." And then there was like two people from like another state that like sued, right?
Yeah.
One of those people, and this is factual information, I'm not making this up. One of those people, she has a business who took out $40K in PPP loans. Now, I'm not pointing fingers. It's nobody's fault. But I've got $40,000 in student loan debt. Your business took $40,000 in PPP loan debt. And if you're going to say the government can't give me $10K out of my 40 and I pay 30, then you better pay back all 40 of it. How can you point the finger and say you don't deserve it when you're taking it too?
How are all of these businesses getting these massive... Remember when we bailed out General Motors?
Yep.
I don't know the details of that. I was much younger, but like, did they pay that back? That was like billions, wasn't it?
I can't remember. Though both of my parents worked there, I don't know.
My dad did too.
We were younger, so we didn't understand it. But more recently, right? SVB Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, right? All of the crypto bros yoinked all their money out, caused the whole bank rush thing. SVB fails, and the FDIC does exactly what they're supposed to. They step in and they pay everybody up to the $250 because that's the government rules. So the government can step in and say, "Oh, that bank crashed."
Where was the Supreme Court decision on that?
Exactly, right? The bank failed. All these people are losing money. We're going to insure them for the $250 that they rightfully by our rules. Okay, cool. So we can bail out businesses and we can give money to businesses without having to have them pay it back, but the people can borrow money. It's almost maybe get a little help, and then we get shafted.
It's almost like it's because student loans are a money-making scam.
Oh, that saying the real world now. Oh, you're absolutely right.
The interest is like that, dude. Absolutely predatory in every possible way. Like you won't give a bank won't give an 18-year-old a business loan for $50,000 to go start a business and like, grow their life and their career, but they'll give them $50,000 in student loans. Why? Because they know that the interest is going to compound. It's like daily compounding interest.
It's insane.
And they're absolutely not going to pay that back anytime soon. And they're going to profit massively on it. So, and like one of the things that I saw about the whole student loan forgiveness thing was somebody compared it to okay, so like because you paid off your loan, I shouldn't get mine forgiven.
Oh my God.
And somebody was like, oh, okay, so because like your family member died of cancer, the research shouldn't happen to where they can cure mine.
Yeah, right.
Like I have to die from it too.
Yeah.
Like no, you should want the better thing for people. Like sure, yeah, good job. You have a job where you can save money and pay off a loan of that size. Like congrats, kudos. You're not the kind of person that needs $10,000.
Yeah.
Like everyone would love it, right? But like you're not the target audience.
Yeah.
The people who were like making $50,000 combined income, those are the people who need $10,000 removed off their student. Because for some people, that's their whole loan,
dude,
and that's going to save them $200-$300 a month. So like going down to the main rule. Don't be a dick. Like, just don't be a dick.
Dude, a rising tide raises all boats. It's insane that, like, you know, the argument of minimum wage is like, well, how can we pay burger flippers $20 an hour? But people, you know, doctors and policemen, they don't make $20 an hour. They should be making more. Why are we even arguing about this?
Police officers should make, I mean, what, $30 an hour?
Firefighters, police officers, EMTs, doctors, nurses, the people who save lives should be making more. But you know who makes the most amount of money? Athletes.
Yeah.
And movie stars.
Because they're entertaining.
Yep. It's...
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go with this. That's a whole conversation for another day.
For another day.
I am full on my anger meter, and I think
I'm building it up too.
I think we should.
My student loan debt is starting to
it's
burn and enrage me right now. So
52 minutes that we have talked, our student loan balances have gone up $5, $10, $20.
I don't even know what it is.
Someone better at math than me figure out how the interest works.
So somebody who gets paid $10 an hour to figure out math.
Yeah, that person better be making more. Because anyhow, thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow all the social channels. We're literally on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We have all the major
soon to be OnlyFans.
Yeah, and there's going to be some great photos on there, top tier, tasty photos on there. Just be ready. And we might even start a Cash App, you know, for whatever reason. If you love the podcast, you want to support it. But in most importantly, just drop some likes, drop some comments, you know, whatever it might be. But thank you again so much for tuning in. And,
we might not be sad today. We might be angry. So stay angry, y'all.
Midwest angry boys. Stay angry.
I'm just so irrationally...